Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today, I'm so happy to presenting this home to you on this bright and sunny day. Gosh, what a difference the weather makes, eh? So, yes, like I said, you are watching Property Vlogs, and today we are at the Fairmont development by Spitfire Homes. And this development is located in Cheltenham. So, what are we here to tour? This is the Hawkstone. This house behind me, like I mentioned, is a house type that's been presented to you in a detached formation. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property. Its approximate size is 881 square feet. And at the time of viewing this property, it's listed from around £325,000. Obviously, pricing just depends on the plot, location, and at the time that you inquire. So it's just a guideline, guys. But let's get straight into the property behind us. I've already spoken about the stats, but as you can see, the Hawkstone in this development is red bricked, beautiful mixed red brick. There's a lot of detailing going on above the windows. You can see there these angled bricks as well. We've got the black rainwater goods, the guttering, the fascias, and the black striking windows on the front. Did you notice the glass canopy as that contemporary detail and this striking glass black front door with the metal handle? Have you noticed all of those contemporary meets traditional details? Well, if you like what you're seeing so far, let's go in and continue the tour. So welcome it home, come inside and make yourself comfortable, which is like the new phrase I'm going to add to that list. So now that we're through the front door, we want to talk about first impressions. So the door itself is a nice size. You do have that glazed element above it, bringing in the natural light. You've got a peephole. You can see that handle on the other side as well. I like that continuity. A mid-level letterbox, which is great because you don't have to bend all the way to the floor. And I love the matting. I always point out the matting, and then that flows into the main floor on this level, which is the luxury vinyl tile, which is the full kind of name for LVT. Right. So let's look through at the mystery doors. The mystery door that we're looking at here is your clothes cupboard / store cupboard. You've got your telephone line there, your security and your consuming unit there. And it's just really cleverly placed off the main hallway, and you can just access everything easily. So your coats can go in there. I do want to take this opportunity to talk about the doors. I'm really loving the doors here. This kind of greyish colour. It's very muted, but it's very tastefully done. I do like the step profile of the architraves and the tall skirting boards, and the fact that there's sealant running all the way around the whole perimeter of the floor, which helps eliminate kind of acoustic squeaking noises and also drafts. So the perks of the Newbuild, guys, very minimal, if not any, drafts. We've got chrome hinges, chrome handles, and then that leads me to the next mystery door, which is through here. So this is our downstairs toilet. I love the wallpaper in there, guys. So from an interior design perspective, it's such a great opportunity for a focal point. Your feature wall is this wall. I totally agree with how they've staged it. It is a 2-piece suite. We've got a sink above a pedestal. That's by Vitra. And then we've got a toilet and a hidden cistern toilet with this chrome faceplate, also by Vitra. I like the way they've done this shelf here. So they've made that hidden cistern into a design feature, tiled it off for durability, and there's a window bringing lots of natural light. I really like that. So now let's swap places and go through here to the main heart of the home. This is your kitchen, your dining, and your living area all in one. And you can probably see that on the floor plans. I'm going to start off with the kitchen space. So you spin around. Yep. Are you comfortable? Right, let's start straight away. We've got a radiator here, so this space is going to be nicely heated. We've got a large window, a very large window. It's almost floor to ceiling, and it's giving us views of the front of the property, which is your private driveway here. You can see there's planting all the way around the front, so there's complete privacy, but you can peek through and see glimpses of the countryside. We are in Gloucestershire, and we have those countryside views. I love that. So as you can see here, you can see the kitchen is like a modern, it's more of a modern aesthetic, actually. I was going to say a bit traditional, but yes, I like the natural elements peeking through, which is this wood grain. It isn't wood, but it's like a wood veneer effect. And then I like that wraparound border around the entire kitchen area. I love the fact that they've gone with like 2 different materials. We've got the wood here and they're all on these kind of handleless doors, so you just kind of open them. There's no need for these fancy handles. It gives that minimal aesthetic that a lot of people love. Love the recessed lighting, the wood grains even on the underside of this. So there's that continuity of that. But let's start working through the kitchen methodically. We've got our work surface here, enough space for quite a few appliances if you like them out. We've got storage underneath. Again, you've got like your bin caddy there, sockets, all the way there, and then you've got the same kind of marble appearance worktop, laminate worktop, to this splashback that runs all the way across. So by having that continuity, you have minimal interruptions in the design and it makes it look so modern. I love it. You've got a stainless steel sink there with a mixer tap with a swivel. I love that. And then here is where our dishwasher is. That's by Bosch. And then we also have over here our dryer, washer dryer by Bosch as well. So 2 integrated appliances just where you need them. We've got our cutlery drawer over here. Let me just open that out for you. And everything is on soft closes. So no banging, no clanging. I love that for an open plan space. You've got an extractor fan hidden under there above your induction hob by Bosch, and then a double oven system by Bosch again. So we've got storage under here, more storage above. Just want to show you that on the upper level, you've got the 3 shelving levels. So that's really good for storage because often you lose a lot of space because you get maybe 2 shelves, which means you don't get to use all that space effectively. But I like this. And you can see here, Spitfire bespoke kitchen. I love that little detail there. A little extra touch, just kind of to acknowledge that, if the camera picked that up. And it is a dual tone, so you've got the wood veneer and then that warm grey on the inside, contrasting with the white here. You've got your fridge freezer here in a 70-30 arrangement. I love it. Let's just take a peek. As you can see there, the freezer is there. And then that leads us nicely into this area, which is our dining area. Open plan kitchen dining. You could maybe make it into a breakfast bar if you like to, but I like this arrangement. It flows really nicely. You know, you cook the food, you eat the food, and then you relax. You've got a circular table here with a drop-down pendant. Again, the lighting arrangements are completely customizable, but they're very dependent on what time you reserve the plot. So if you reserve something off plan, you have more of a chance of being able to tweak where your sockets and your lights and all those little details go. You've got another radiator here. So again, you don't have to switch that one on. You can have that one off and have this one on, heating up this main space here if you're going to be in the space. And you can just swap out the circular table if you want a rectangular one. It's completely up to you. But now let's swivel around and look at this main space. So this is a rectangular footprint to this space. You've got a space for a large armchair. There is another radiator there, so it is going to be nice and cozy. There's a little cheeky window peeking through. And then you've got a large window / door configuration over here. You've got an obvious focal point over there, armchairs, and you can change the layout if you want. If you wanted to change your focal point to the other side, you could. You could have a large L-shaped over here with the kind of the back of the L shape where you are, and then kind of cradle the view whilst being able to watch a TV, and then swap out where you want your other sockets. So there is a little bit of a cheeky mystery door over here, which I'll show you. It's an additional store cupboard, which utilizes the space under the stair. It does have a light switch. Let me turn it on for you. But it is being used for storage. So there are paint cans in there. And if anyone leaves a comment, why did you not show in the store cupboard? Do you really want to see all the paint cans, guys? So now we're going to slip in the garden tour because you would open these double doors, and let's jump straight into the garden right now. And now I'm going to show you how you access your garden tour. Might I add, this is your electric vehicle charging point there, which is standard. And now through this timber door is your garden. So just an example, right? So this is an example of what you could have. You have the paving, which would just go into that area in front of the double doors, and things like the taps, security lighting, those are normally add-ons. That's your air source heat pump there, and then the rest is normally lawn. There's a sign right in front of me which says this garden features an enhanced landscaping scheme available to purchase. Please see the sales consultant for further details. So we're happy to announce that what you see around you you can probably ask for some of that in your actual house when you reserve your property. So yeah, this is a show home. So you would not ordinarily get the trees, the shrubs, the mature planting and the trellises. This is just to give you an idea of what you can have. But yeah, it's really nice kind of get an idea of what can be done with the garden. And then looking at the back of the house, you can see there the windows are still that kind of striking black. And then you've got the brick detailing. So it hasn't been downgraded at the back. But lovely showing the tour. Now let's pop back straight into the house and continue the tour. Okay, that was the garden tour. I hope you enjoy that. Now let's go straight upstairs so I can show you the rest of the house. So I love this signature Spitfire Homes detail, which is the bottom tread being made out of solid wood. Okay, now we're on the landing. It's a wraparound, almost like a U-shaped landing. Make a full turn, and the landing itself is L-shaped. Sorry, the staircase were U-shaped, but the landing is like L-shaped or J-shaped or R-shaped, depending on what you want to, depending on your perspective. Spin around with the cameraman. Now we're looking down at the stairs again, and this is the first room I'm going to take you into. You've got those gorgeous doors again, and this is a single bedroom. Again, it is staged as a single bedroom because this is a 3-bedroom home. But again, you could accommodate a double bed here with a modest bedside table, and then you'd put your wardrobe at the foot of the bed. I want to make it clear there's space for a wardrobe at the foot of the bed over here, rather than this kind of very elaborate kind of end table. I love it all, but we need to be practical. You've got a large picture window with no divisions, giving you beautiful views of your rear garden. I love that. Large radiator here, obviously, and that is room number 1. Room number 2 is over here. So this is a beautiful double bedroom. Again, you've got views of the rear garden with that large window. You've got a big king size bed here with 2 bedside they're end tables, or you can call them bedside tables. You know, it's all technicality. I love the fact that this is screaming out to be your focal point, your feature wall. Again, it does accommodate a large bed, and then around the corner there's a space for a wardrobe there. So where they've placed that kind of mid-height chest of drawers, you would put your chest of drawers, your full height wardrobes in there, because the wall pushes back, and then you can change where the light switch goes. But the radiator goes here at the foot, the TV foot of the bed, and then the TV can go opposite the bed. Now, here's the family bathroom. It's a 3-piece suite. So you've got a long bathtub. You've got this glass divider, which is because they've also added a shower over bath arrangement, making this bathtub and this space very practical. So you can have showers, baths, and it makes it easy for cleaning. The whole space is fully tiled in this gorgeous tiling. And I love the matching of the grout and the sealant, which is at the corners, and the sealant all the way around the top as well. You'd like to think that this is a standard thing, but again, it's something that we typically see from new build high spec homes as opposed to, you know, your bog standard homes. So you've got your sink with a floating pedestal, so you can clean easily underneath, and then you've got the toilet with a hidden cistern again, and the wall has been brought forwards, allowing us to push the shower backwards, and you don't even read that the cistern is hidden. I like that. And then behind the door, there is a chrome towel rail. And let's just, before we go into the last room, let's talk about this space. This is our kind of like our hot water cylinder by Daikin, and it is basically what's running all the beautiful showers and warm and toasty showers and the radiators in this house. But without stalling any further, come with me and let me show you what's in here. This is our primary bedroom, and there's so much light. Let me close this door for a second. There's so much light flooding into the space. And it's largely because, well, number 1, it's such a beautiful day. Yeah. Number 2, the length of this window is awesome. Number 3, the location that we're at. We are not like in a densely populated space at all. We're in the countryside. And so we're getting so many open fields. We're getting lots of fresh, natural air coming through and beautiful views and privacy. So this primary suite has well, right now, I think this looks like it's a super king. No, I think it's a king size bed. It looks like a very big one. It's a king size bed with 2 bedside table spaces, which is 2 boxes ticked already. So 2 people easily, obviously, have enough space to be in this room, because you'd be surprised the number of primary bedrooms that don't actually. It's a lot of sharing going on, and most people don't like to share. There's a radiator there, more on this later. We've got our aerial sockets there for our TV watches, and a full wall of wardrobe space with additional storage above. So again, you can kit this out with drawers if you want in the inside, but it's nice to know that there's this space here that doesn't eat into the footprint of the bedroom. And I want to also add, this is an additional piece of furniture. So without it, you do have that full meter and a bit of space wrapping around the bed. If you wanted to go with a bigger bed, obviously you could do that, or a longer bed, you can do that. So to finish off this space, I want to transition off this cozy carpeting back onto this beautiful, it looks like it's vinyl, but luxury vinyl again, very durable. Flooring, I like the color palette again. There's a shaver socket here. We've got the edging strips around all the tiling. We've got the floating sink again and the hidden cistern toilet. We've got the chrome towel rail, and this room benefits from a window with complete obscured glazing, so it's complete privacy here, which means that you get the privacy in full, but you also get the light flooding into this space. We also have a dedicated shower in this corner. It's a nice size by Myra, and then we've got the actual shower itself. The fixture is by Vitra. Again, sliding double doors there, and then again the toilet. And in terms of how everything's being done, I'm seeing sealant in all the right places, in so many places that water can potentially splash onto, so you know that you will be protected against leaks and really pesky household maintenance, things like that. So with that being said, thank you so much for following us all the way through this tour. What did you think of this house type? It's the first time we've viewed it, and obviously it's been staged in a very particular style. Would you do anything different? Would you change the colors? Would you want anything slightly tweaked? And how would you go about making this your absolute kind of personalized new build home? With that being said, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I would love to invite you to join our Patreon channel. Details will pop up on the screen over there. Thanks to our existing patrons and channel members. But most of all, the biggest thing you could do for us right now is to click the subscribe link. We'll pause a couple of seconds for you to click subscribe, and then on the screen will pop up videos for you to watch more amazing Spitfire homes. We'll see you in one of those. Bye.